welcome back to my channel, About That Much. My name is Yvette and I'm so glad that you found us. Today we are making a start on our Christmas cake. I'm a bit late on starting it, but we're going to get it done and started today. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing as we're bringing out new content all the time. Let's jump into today's vlog. Okay, this is my recipe. I will link it down in, I'll write it out down in the description box below. So we are going to get ready to soak our fruit. We are going to need a lot of things. An orange, some brandy, and definitely some scales. Let's see, so there's a lot that goes into this cake, as you may see. Okay, we need 12 ounces, and this is going to be a mix of prunes, dates, cranberries, apricots and figs. So let's start with that. Now I dehydrated my own figs. What I am going to do is chop them down because I've done them in quarters and they're a little bit big. So I am literally just going to chop them down to smaller. What I normally do is I put just a few bits in to start with and then go back through. Then I see what it looks like. Okay, we have that. Now we need some prunes. And again, I'm chopping everything. These are just, I found a few dried cherries, so I thought I'd just add them into the mix, get rid of them. It's not going to hurt anything. So, apricots. I don't put any nuts into this. Cranberries, give it a see if we need anything. Put some more figs in there. Right. So I basically, I keep adding till I get to 12 ounces of what I think it needs. Just by looking at it, it's bigger pieces down a bit. Nearly on 12 ounces. There we are, we hit 12 ounces then. Give this a good mix around so we can see. Are we nice and balanced? Yeah, that looks pretty balanced. Tear it again. Now we're going to need 4 ounces of mixed peel. So I've got this one. Four ounces. We're going to want 4 ounces of glace cherries. again, I just cut them up. So I don't particularly want them whole. Luckily enough, these are quite broken up. Right, so that's that. Our next one is 12 ounces of mixed dried fruit. Now I dry my own raisins or sultanas. It's grapes that I use. So some of these are quite big, and just like before, I'm probably going to cut some in half. You have 12 ounces of these. Don't know whether you saw them in the jar, all different colour ones. If you ever dehydrate your own grapes, just know that it takes a long time. It's not just done in a few hours. Mine seem to take days. That's 9 ounces. Right. I'll give that a mix round. So that is all of the dried fruit. All we've got to do is add the orange, grated rind of an orange. Okay, that goes in. I'm gonna, if your fruit is nice and juicy and plump, just add a couple of tablespoons of the orange juice in. If yours is quite dry like mine, because I dehydrated them myself, you'll want to squeeze the whole of the orange juice in. Now the brandy. You only want a couple of tablespoons of brandy in. And you guessed it, I'm not going to measure. About that. It's the brandy that helps to preserve this cake. As you can hear, it is quite dry, my mixes. It's because we've done it myself. So I'm hoping that juice will, well, I know that juice will soften it all up lovely. Right, and that's where we leave it. And we leave this overnight, and we will come back tomorrow to cook it. Okay, it's the next day, and as you can see, that juice was all soaked up with the fruit, which is great. I'm going to put that to one side a moment. Then we've got to cream together 8 ounces of butter and 8 ounces of dark brown sugar. So 8 ounces of dark brown sugar. I make my own brown sugar so I can make it as dark or as light as I want. Very easy, white sugar, and then you add molasses. There. So I'm going to cream together this. I had to soften my butter up in the microwave because I'd only literally just pulled it from the fridge. My cooker is on, And there it's on about 170 at the moment. I greased and lined my baking tins. I've got this one here and this one here because I'm going to split my mixture in two. Do one for my mum and one for me. So that is why I'll be splitting it. It makes a nice sized cake if you want to do it. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Right, now we've got to add treacle or molasses, 1 tablespoon. There we are. It's about that. Gonna beat that in. Right, next up, adding the eggs. We're going to do 5 eggs, but we're going to just do 1 at a time, and then we're going to add some flour that I have not weighed out. 9 ounces of plain flour. Okay, start with the eggs. Always cracking into a separate bowl to start with. That one's fine. Add some flour in. I've got my 9 ounces there, so I'm just going to add a little bit in. This is what you're going to do until you've got all 5 eggs in. Second egg goes in, and a little bit of flour. Third egg, flour. Fourth egg. Flour. Last egg. Flour. This just stops the mixture from splitting. And you add egg. That's why you always do it with some flour. Already. Going to do a quick move around. Into the remaining flour, we're going to add our spices. We are going to do 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to do a heaping teaspoon. We all like cinnamon here. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of mixed spice. Again, this is going to be a heaping teaspoon. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. Again, heaping. Okay, I'm going to give that a quick mix in. Now we're going to add that into our mixture. I'm going to stir that in. Okay. Then we're going to put that mixture in with our fruit mixture. Okay, bowl clean. Now we stir. And this is where I always get my kids to do a stir and make a wish. So what I'm going to do is I'll stop there, get my kids to do their stir and make their wishes. It's just a tradition that we have here. So, and then I'll be back once it's mixed. There we are, it's all been stirred, everyone's done their wishes. If you've got kids or grandkids, let them have a stir, let them make a wish. It's just a little tradition that I've got. It also helps stir that because it's quite heavy. So there we are. I've got 2 tins. I'm going to put a dollop in this one first. Okay, Yvette, or you can miss the tin completely. What I think I'm going to do is quickly whip up another half batch, but not soak it overnight. I'll choose some soft fruit. Okay, I did a quarter batch up and then stirred it into the tins. So this is going to go in the oven. It will take as long as it takes. I'm just trying to see what it says on my 140 oven until skewer comes out clean. So I'm going to drop my oven temp down and get these in. Okay, that bit of orange I had left from making that quarter batch up of the Christmas cake, we're going to dehydrate it. So I've got my dehydrator out. So we're going to put these on a tray. And because I don't like having my dehydrator out just for something like one tray, I pulled out marshmallows. So that's those. They will go on first. Get rid of that. Now let's get these marshmallows on. It is the season of hot chocolate. My kids love marshmallows, or dehydrated marshmallows. They do take a bit of time to dry, but totally worth it. And I also use them if I'm making hot chocolate buns. And you can put some dehydrated marshmallows in with that, with the cocoa powder and that in the middle. That's 2. Last pack. There we are. So they are now going on the dehydrator with the orange slices. Now on to the £1.50 pantry challenge. If you don't know why I do this £1.50 pantry challenge, I will link up in the iCards up here a video I've done explaining why I do what I do. But in short, it's to show that everybody can build a pantry on a very small amount of money. In this pantry challenge, we do sweet treats, convenience foods, we do toothpaste, toothbrushes, paracetamol, ibuprofen, you name it, from A to Z. So this week's £1.50 pantry challenge is Timberk Cherry. These are all from Tesco's. And that's a drink, when the kids will be happy with that. We've also got some Rio, and they are strawberry and vanilla biscuits. And another little pack of biscuits. So that is this week's £1.50 pantry challenge. Okay guys, I've just pulled them out. They're still hot. I want them still hot at the moment. And with a skewer, I am going to put holes in, because this is where we're going to pour some brandy on the top to soak in. Then leave it to air dry for 24 hours. And then we do the brandy about once a week until we're ready to decorate them. You can do once every 2 weeks if you want. That's all I do, is just do a little capful of brandy and I just drizzle it. Whoops! Spilt it all over my cooker. My cooker's going to smell nice. That's one done. Now on to the other cake. I'm doing exactly the same. I've already put holes in this one. There we are. Job done. Once we're ready to decorate, I will marzipan it. I will then allow that marzipan to dry out. Then we're fondant icing. But I'll bring you back on another vlog when I do that to show you how I do them. I'm not a cake decorator, but I enjoy doing Christmas cakes. So anyway guys, that's it for this one. I'm going to go and sit my little bottom down and put my feet up for a bit because I'm worn out. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, as we are bringing out new content all the time. Hit that thumbs up, whichever way that is, hit the thumbs up and ring that little notification bell, and that way you won't miss any videos. So until next time, all, bye, take care.